What's poppin', yo? Fisk Vegas. Listen, I want to talk about the MVP. As far as I'm concerned, it's a two-headed race. You got Ryan on one side, you got Rodgers on the other. You can't get an MVP to Brady because he was suspended for cheating for the first 4 games of the season. Can't give it to Le'Veon Bell because he's suspended for smoking weed the first 3 games of the season. And Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott cancel each other out. You can't have one without the other. Their success is complete and utterly dependent on one of each other. So, whatever with that. But I do have a discussion about Rookie of the Year between those two, though. So I'll get to that at another time. Right now it's about the MVP. Okay, listen. They both had great statistical years. Mainly Matt Ryan, 4,900 yards, 70% completions, only 11 total turnovers, 7 interceptions, 4 fumbles, 38 touchdowns, 11-5 record. Probably should have been 12-4 if they didn't get cheated in Seattle, but pass is a pass. I like Matt Ryan, I do. In any other year, this probably would have been an MVP season. And it probably still will be the MVP season because, like LeBron in the NBA, people get tired of voting for the same player. So Rodgers getting the third MVP might be unlikely. But listen, the Packers was 4-6. 4-6. Looking like a hot mess. And Rodgers said, you know what? I think we could run the table. And what did he proceed to do? Shit on every motherfucking team he played the rest of the season and ran the damn table. Did you see that fucking touchdown he threw last night against the Lions when he scrambled around and found my man at the back of the end zone on some Madden shit? Now, Rodgers is a bad man. He is the best quarterback I've ever seen play. Period. I'm not talking Super Bowl wins. I'm not talking none. I'm just talking with my eyes, watching him play, watching the plays he make. He's the best quarterback I've ever fucking seen. I mean, it's a shame and a disgrace. My Giants gotta play him at Lambeau next week in a wild card, but I like my chances. Eli looked pretty good on Lambeau. Last couple times he been to Lambeau in the playoffs, he smacked Brett Favre and he smacked Aaron Rodgers. So, I feel alright about that, but that ain't what we talking about right now. We talking about the MVP. If you want to talk about the overall better season, he had to win every single game after going 4-6 to make the playoffs, and he did that. That's clutch. That's MVP type shit. He had to put a wide receiver at running back. It had no running backs, no running game. Put a wide receiver running back, made him look good. Jordy Nelson coming off an injury, really wasn't himself all season, still got that man 14 touchdown passes, led the league in touchdown passes. Randall Cobb is some fucking shit and needs to be cut in the fucking offseason. And he said, you know what, I'm going to make Devontae Adams look good. Devontae Adams had a beast that season. Whoever he was throwing to it, tight end, Jared Cook, Richard Rodgers, it didn't fucking matter. Rodgers throw you the ball, you catch that shit, you make plays. That's just how that shit go. You gotta love Aaron Rodgers right now. You got to. That man said, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna watch some film, I'm gonna drink some scotch, and we gonna get this shit right next week. And that's what he did for 6 straight weeks. He drunk scotch, fucked the living in mun, watched film, and wiped his ass with the competition on Sundays. Like a G. I fucks with Aaron Rodgers. Has got to be the MVP. I mean, Matt Ryan had a good season. I give him that. He did. He had a great season. But at the end of the day, it's about legacy. It's about high stakes moments. It's about pressure games. It's about quality wins. In the last 6 games of the season, Rodgers had a lot of quality wins. He blew Seattle the fuck out. He just beat Detroit. He beat Houston for whatever it's worth. That is a playoff team. Gotta give it to Rodgers. So, Rodgers is my MVP. Don't give me that Tom Brady shit. He got suspended. I hope nobody's talking about Dak and Ezekiel because you really can't. It's hard to put one over the other. So, I really think that Rodgers will get MVP. unless the voters have fatigue. Now, if the voters are saying, okay, we've already given Rodgers the MVP a couple times, then give it to Matt Ryan. But unless it's voter fatigue, Ryan, you're not getting the MVP. It's going to Rodgers. It's going to Lambeau. So I said all that to say this. He's a bad man. I'm Fisk Vegas, and I approve this mess.